टाइप भी कर सकते हैं, जैसे कोई बच्चों को
अच्छा।
कहना है ना आपको ईमेल आईडी वगैरह।
तो बच्चे का चेहरा भी आएगा क्या?
हम्म,
तो बच्चे का चेहरा भी आएगा क्या? Hi, hello. How are you? Well, your question is how can I start a job as an NLP trainer or a therapist? How can it be ground in education sector? And can I enroll myself in PhD in NLP or therapist program? Very good question, Vivek. In education sector, and can I enroll myself in PhD in NLP or therapist program? Very good question, Vivek. Vivek, NLP is a very good therapy, and for this, you need to go for practice. Of course, you can be a very good NLP trainer or therapist, but for that, you have to understand neuro-linguistic programming fully. Fully. For that, you have to read extensive and intensive, and to know the reality of life also. In education, of course, you can go for it because a student in education need some kind of training, and NLP is the best training, for those who are not confident and who are not sure of their career or their caliber. So, very important other than textbook and any other, education, this kind of education, which I must say, part of practical education. So, you can enroll. Even I may start such kind of course, course for the, therapist. But there are other also, other places also you will find such kind of course. I hope that you must have received the adequate answer. Hello, no one is there? Well, I have got certain questions from mail also. Uh, One is from N. Renunga Devi and from faculty side. And the question is that I couldn't apply for exam. I wish to apply for it. So please guide me to apply for the exam. Well, the session is over. I'm very sorry to say session is over. If you want to apply, wait for the next session if it move ahead. It goes for other session, I mean neurolinguistic programming course. Well, another question, is there PhD program available in India? I don't think so. I mean, if in other way you can do from the core of psychology, because I don't think that in NLP there is a full-fledged program so far in India. Abroad you can do it, but in India you can pursue PhD in NLP, being the part of psychology. Uh, that's it. By the time I can take another question also from a student, Ashwini Resquina. The question is, what is modeling in NLP and techniques to erase bad memories? What is new code NLP? Well, hi, hello, Rahman. How are you? Tell me if you have any query. Uh, in the meantime, actually, I've already, I mean, I want to reply some question posed by a student regarding NLP modeling. So modeling, first we need to understand NLP modeling. So it is a process of recreating, replicating excellence and installing it in individual, group, or organization. Uh, for that, we can model any human behavior by mastering the belief. Belief system is very important. You must have seen, if you have attended my lecture, you must have seen that belief system is very important to develop a new thing. So, erasing the bad memories, you can develop your new belief system, that how to move away from the past. And if you develop this belief system, I mean, erasing the past belief system, I'm sure that you could be able to erase your bad memories. So yeah, Mukesh Soni again asking me some question that can he help a student through NLP? Yes, of course. You are a faculty member and you can, because you see, in course of teaching, you must have seen some of the students are very weak. Weak not in study, but weak, mentally, physically even not. So you can boost up their confidence with the help of NLP, putting all these things, that life is not uh, an easy game. You have to fight. You have to fight your own battle, and you have caliber. So please have faith in yourself, move ahead, and there are various modeling also. I was talking, a few minutes ago, I was talking that how important belief is. Belief is a kind of, what would I say, pillar that we develop. So when we want to achieve something, new, something more meaningful, we need to change our belief system. So in that way, of course, you can help your student. Another question is coming, what is thought virus? How does it affect our creativity? You know that how virus affects the body and also mind. So thought virus is that when we get influenced by something that is not going to help us in any ways, and virus as it multiply. So it is, I mean, if it is good virus, it is going to help you in a good way, because virus multiply, in great number. So if it is good virus, it is going to support your thought, give you a good direction to your thought, no doubt. It is a good, but thought virus, if it is in bad, it certainly affect your creativity. That is to say that you won't be able to create something substantial, and negativity will be developed. I hope that you will get it, because these are, you see, NLP is called a pseudoscience, right? Because it has nothing to do with the medical part of our brain and our thinking thought process. Um, it is something which is very closely related to our day-to-day life, what we need to understand, and our common sense, our IQ. Through that, we can improve our thought process. So there can be multiple of answer, but yes, one answer that is correct answer is that the thought which is going to help us to build up something new and substantial and meaningful, that should be developed. Well, another question that is from Chandrapati Raghav Rao. I missed sending assignment 4. Will you consider assignment 0? I'm sorry, I think that it is not possible now. Very sorry, you can try next time. Pratyu Sinha, ma'am, please explain med self and identity. Self and identity. Well, this is a less NLP topic, more literature topic. Self and identity, yourself, your existence. What is your identity? Besides your name, your thinking process, your behavior, your culture, your presentation, what you are going to do for the humanity, for the society, that is your identity. How do you create your identity? That is very important. So self is related to identity. I'm a person from Hindu religion, I'm from literature, I'm from humanities, and I'm a person who is a teacher who believes in teaching the society, giving good advice to the student. Well, that is my identity. So self, what you thought, how your mind thinks, that is your identity. And you have to develop, yourself to create a good identity, a meaningful identity. Well, Mr. Rahman is saying it means there are two kinds of viruses. Of course, there are two kinds of viruses, good and bad viruses. Don't you know that? Viruses are for good thing also, and viruses are for bad thing also. Well, regarding the format of the examination, I'm getting the question. You can get all the information from the website. Everything is explained there, the kind of questions and the formatting, everything. So please go to the website or consult the office people. You will get every information. Uh, Modeling, I mean, I have just explained, because modeling is very important in neurolinguistic programming. And I said that it is the process of recreating and replicating through belief system. Through belief system that we try to install it in the individual. Because if you remember that the 4 pillars, how important this belief system, because you see, we are developing notions. We have preoccupied thinking or notions. How? Through belief. So when we have to learn something, we have to change the belief. Good belief, the negativity should be dropped down to learn the good thing. So modeling is is the belief, the physiologic and the specific thought process that underlie the skill or behavior. So that is modeling of NLP. Well, so far I have not given a thought to any course related to NLP. Yes, I have started soft skill, interpersonal skills as a new course, but of course I'll go for a new course related to NLP because I'm getting a number of questions that how to become a therapist, how to help the student. So what I think that this is a very good area of research, and certainly, I should propose a course containing all these facts. I don't think so, Mukesh Soni. You are asking me exam because you have not given assignment for. You may inquire the office people; they will give you the good answer. Work culture and language. Well, work culture, it is a difficult question to give you, as it is very difficult to define ethic. What is ethic? Very difficult to pinpoint, because work culture means that institutional variation, individual variation. But of course, again, I would say that work culture is something that give you a good environment, good thinking, good team, good process to work in an organization. And language, we cannot underestimate the importance of language while talking of work culture. Without communication, we cannot do anything. Our identity, I mean, someone was asking identity and self. So our identity, our expression, our language, everything is related to language. How to speak, when to speak, and where to speak, that is very important question. So work culture and language, they are interrelated. What is new code NLP? I don't think so. New code NLP. There are a number of experiments, taking place in NLP. So I don't think so that there is any new code NLP. I mean, codes are there. That is modeling. That is behavior. That is, even presuppositions. So I suppose that these are the code of NLP. Yes, I mean, there are good books. I have also mentioned in my lecture, you find in the previous lecture of mine, Bandler, uh, he has written good books. I mean, human mind, human thought, you will find n number of books. And I have mentioned in my lecture, but by Bandler, Grinder, and Bandler, they have written a number of books. You can go through it and you will get very good, idea of NLP. Okay, I mean, recently there was, so I have no idea of this. I will also check. And maybe if further we have sitting, I'll certainly discuss with you. Well, some of the questions are there from, uh, how can I start a job as NLP trainer or therapist? How can get it ground in education and therapist program? As I was telling you that when I was in Middlesex University for pursuing this course, I found some of the therapists and they were dealing with the student. So after completing this, course, you will get certificate, and on the basis of that certificate, you may start the session. It is a kind of therapist, session. You can call, you can take one or two student, and you can find out their problem, And you can give them time like a doctor. You can talk to them and you can make discussions with them. You should try to, plunge into their mind to get what they really want, what is the problem. So one or two student you can get, because you will get certificate after that, and you can be a therapist. But even for a good therapist, you need to read more and more. How new words will be created in language? Well, that is certainly not the question from NLP, but I will answer you that as per the need, new words are created. Like, various kinds of Englishes are there in throughout the world. Okay, now we have Indian English. See the new dictionary that incorporates Indian English term, loltain, tonga, turban, as per the need. Now they are used even in English writing. So I must say that language is alive. Why it is alive? Why did I use alive? It is alive because it keeps on changing with the changing aspect of the society. As the society changes, language also changes. Now we have emoji, we have WhatsApp language, we have Facebook language, we have SMS language. This is how language developed. This is how we make word, right? Well, meta model is, meta means beyond. So meta model means that is touching your knowledge, that is touching your IQ. Because sometimes, what happened, I told you that NLP is not something like, literature, like theory that you read and you have to apply. No. What is suitable to you? Because one of the presuppositions of NLP, it is said that mind is not the real map. Means what we see, that is not exactly the entirely map. There exists something more than that and beyond that. So meta model is one that suits to your caliber. Suppose, there are 10 students, I teach, and I apply one, formula to all the students. I may not get success and it may not click. Why? Because 10 students, all different. I have to check the student's caliber and I have to apply as per the caliber of the student. That is modeling. I told you that it is recreating, replicating excellence. So as per the need of the student's caliber or the person's caliber, we need to, install belief system. That is meta, knowing your own knowledge or beyond that. So that is why it is more practical than bookish. Yes, you will get certificate. Of course. Milton model is, hypnotic. You must have heard of hypnosis. Means controlling one's brain, controlling one's mind to get the reality. To train someone, you are controlling someone's mind. That is called hypnotic therapy. Hypnosis. That is Milton's model. Of course. If you remember, I gave one lecture on the prospects of NLP. You can join industry. You can help students as NLP therapist, as NLP programmer. You can, you can train the executives, because in industry, in organization, in institutions, there are clashes of ideas. right? Different kind of people, different kind of opinion. So for restoring a good kind of environment, a good kind of work culture, a good kind of work ethic, I think the presence of NLP therapist is very important. Even in college, in a school, well, I am a warden wellness because of NLP. I just go to various hostels. I try to know the problem of students. And according to, I mean, my belief, my caliber, my understanding, I try to, locate the problem of the student and I try to solve. So in that way, you can work in industry. Well, this certificate, of course, not enough. You see, I want to go for further study because I want to explore more. As I said, that there is no fixed. If somebody says that there is a book on classroom teaching, you go through it, you will be a very good teacher. Do you think that it is going to help you? No. Every person has his or her own idea, her own rule, to conduct in the classroom. How come a book going to dictate to you? I don't understand. Similarly, I mean, this certificate, at least this certificate or this course, I mean, I'm sure must have given you some idea of neurolinguistic programming. So read it extensively. I used extensively and very broadly, widely, make discussion. If you can go for more courses on it, you try to consult other institution and get where you can get more information on that. So nothing is enough, my dear, for pursuing a thing. I mean, after a PhD, I have done a lot of courses, just to make myself more competent in this competitive world. Yes, you can start the session. I mean, Mr. Abhishek Agrawal, yes, you can start the session. What is required that you should have a very good command on language. That is very important for sure. And your IQ, how you think. Because various kind of problem and you have to give solution to those problems. So you can start, why not? I mean, otherwise this certificate has a lot of meaning. So you can start. Levels of NLP, you say various levels, I mean, in ways like the mental level, the physical level, I mean, the environment, the society. So different levels of neuro-linguistic programming, because neuro, that is the nerve system, that is the nervous system. How you establish yourself in a society, you have to take a very broad area. That is society, that is environment, that is your family background, that is your education. So several levels, because all these levels are responsible to create a good belief system, and all your thinking is based on your belief system. Well, other courses online, I have started soft skill, interpersonal skill. You can join that, because to some extent, interpersonal skill is also related to NLP. So I have already started. Maybe from next session it will run, and I'm sure that it will help you. I'm sure that you have written philosophy, Pratyusha Sinha, because spelling is wrong. I mean, it is a philosophy, it is a psychology. Psychology, there is no doubt. And philosophy is belief system. What is neuro-linguistic programming? Nerves. I mean, the basic is that suppose I'm sitting here and I have to give answer very quickly, spontaneously. And How I give answer? Because of my mind, because of my thinking process, cognitive process. That is to say that I have control over my nervous system. That is psychology. As far as philosophy is concerned, of course, it is philosophy. Because when we talk of belief system, ideology, what is this? This is my ideology that I'll teach neurolinguistic program. This is my ideology that I'll work on interpersonal skill. And belief system that if you move deep into the memory to find out something concrete, to strengthen your thought, that is philosophy. So yes, I mean they are interrelated, and psychology and philosophy, I mean, very much part of NLP. Well, Mukesh Soni, I have heard of Buddhism a lot, but I have not read it. But NLP is very much related to any spiritual thing. What is this spirituality? I'm sure you must be knowing of spirituality, making yourself pure, making yourself authentic, making yourself away from any negativity. So when we talk of spirituality, well, it indicates towards neurolinguistic programming that we are making ourselves very competent, efficient, by shedding off all negativity, controlling of on our nervous system, and creating, developing a very good belief system. According to me, I mean, in that way, it is very much, spiritual kind of things. Well, sorry, I don't have idea of Buddhism. I have read, but in with the Buddhism philosophy, I don't have any practice. No, 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 no. Ms. Rahman, your question is, can we relate neurolinguistics to actually, you see, people and cognitive computational modeling, people get confused whenever we talk NLP and NLP. Because when you type NLP, most often it comes natural language process. But natural language process is pure and pure computer science. I'm not from computer science, and cognitive computational modeling is also from computer science. So, neurolinguistic is totally different from these two areas. Uh, Renuga Devi, yes, I got your question also, and I replied. So maybe next session, if more than 50 student applies for the course, then the course will run, and you are most welcome. Because maybe I add something new to this course or the latest version of this course. So wait, I mean, it all depends on the response of the student. You're always welcome. I will be happy if you become my student. Well, neurolinguistic is a very, I mean, good thing. Why do I say this? Because you see, this is a very competitive world, and you have to struggle very hard, especially the youth. I mean, to compete in the world for survival. And I remember Charles Darwin's survival for the fittest. NLP is one of that, survival for the fittest. You have to establish rapport. You have to understand people. You have to excel in the world. So this is, I mean, you see, mental language. I must say, NLP is a mental language. The vocal language you have, but mental language is very important. So through NLP, you make yourself efficient through, a mental language. It's very nice while talking to you people, though you are not visible. I wanted to see your face also, because face to face discussion is very helpful, and we all talk rapport. So that kind of rapport, I could be able to connect with you. Okay, Rahman, to whom to contact in case assignment is missed. Can one appear in exam after missing? I mean, it depends how much assignment you have missed. Yes, you can. Uh, you can talk to the office people, or I'm going to direct them that if you write query to them, and they will answer you. I'm sure that if you have missed little, you can appear in the examination. It is nothing but, you see, NLP is nothing but searching yourself. We all are lost. Especially today's student, they don't know their caliber. Either they are overconfident or they are less confident. You should not be overconfident and you should not be less confident. In that case, NLP is going to help you in great, manner, because you know yourself. NLP is nothing but searching yourself. So I think that it is very important to go for practice.
असाइनमेंट की और करना फॉरम पर
Acha.
वहाँ पे हम लिखा है
Okay, I just got information that if you have any information regarding the assignment, you can ask on the discussion forum. You will get a suitable answer and the complete information, right? Well, I don't mean to say that introversion and extroversion. Introversion, you shouldn't be introvert. NLP is going to give you a voice. NLP is trying to make you extrovert, because if you are introvert, you are not going to get success in life. Am I right? I think I'm right. Because you see, I used to tell my student that CGPA is not going to help you. Then what does help you? If you have CGPA and you don't have voice, you don't have, caliber to speak, to present yourself, you are not going to get a very good job, because this is the world of advertisement. You have to advertise yourself. That is why you have to speak. And that is why you need to be extrovert. It hardly matters you are in IIT or wherever. How to present yourself, your personality speaks. And NLP gives a voice to your personality, right? Well, yes, I mean, sociology very much related, because even in my department, sociology is there, and they are working on drug addiction, they are working on, old age, and several other. So through NLP, you can work on, you can go for data collection, and you can give a message too also. So these are the areas related to the society and related to the mental thought, the attitude. Yes, you can apply NLP. I mean, old age. I mean, how do we treat the old people? Well, through NLP, through the belief system, you can correct those who try to humiliate the old people. Drug addiction, the kind of, addiction. Now, how to give them session to get rid of that addiction? NLP will help you. NLP will certainly help you. Like I was talking of Milton hypnosis. That is the process, hypnosis. Through that also, you can help a person who is suffering from drug addiction. N number of research areas are there, because NLP is very much rooted to the society also. NLP is not only helpful for, the research, the professors and the industrialists or the researcher. Rather, it is also important for the moms, mother, for parents. The biggest problem of today in front of parents, how to understand their children. And it is through NLP that they can understand their children. They can establish rapport. You know, we talk of generation gap. What is this generation gap? There is no generation gap. What is required? What is needed? That you should establish a connection. You try to fill up the gap. NLP will help you in that also. So sociology, you can go. I mean, you can research number of areas. Uh, more or less, we are discussing the same. The question I got from NEO, that in what way is NLP helpful in solving personal problem? You see, there are a number of problems in life. I mean, as I said, that I'm doing interpersonal skill, and under interpersonal skill, there are several topic making decision also. How to make decision? That is the biggest challenge in our life. Okay, that is related to NLP also, because NLP's modeling is going to help you how to inculcate a strong faith in yourself, a strong, understanding of the situation and the yourself. Because when you are making decision, it is understanding of the situation as well as of your caliber. So solving problem naturally is very, very, useful. I mean, NLP is very useful to solve your problem. Understanding the problem, removing the belief. Like someone asked me that how to erase bad memories. You just make your thinking direction in that way. What to use, to think bad memories. So you change your belief system, not in that way. Now you are eating, I mean, for example, you are eating bread, rice, pulse, the Indian food for several years. You shifted to USA. Now you won't get that kind of food. You have to change the food habit. How would you do that? You have to develop slowly, gradually, and in the same environment, you will leave that habit and you will develop eating that, Western food. Similarly, you're solving problem. Know the problem. What is the problem? What is the root of the problem? Where it is related to? And then the thought process you make to solve it. It is related to soft skill, of course. Soft skill means thinking also. Soft skill, verbal skill, non-verbal skill. So as I said, belief system you have to change. जिसको हिंदी में नजरिया कहते हैं, नजरिया बदल लीजिए, देखने का नजरिया बदल लीजिए. You see, with the passes of time, things are changing, and we are accepting that. That is the change of belief. So yes, soft skill is related to that, and that will certainly help you to take decision, to speak up, to develop your language, everything. I told you that it is. So what is soft skill? What is soft skill? I mean, my next course is on interpersonal skill. That is soft skill. Non-verbal, verbal, your thinking, your behavior. So NLP is what? Neuro, linguistic, programming. Neuro means your entire cognitive, your mind. Linguistic, the language, and programming, how to program yourself. How to program your attitude, your thinking. It is all soft skill. If you can speak very well, that is a qualification to you. And it is through NLP that you can learn. You can learn better way. And what is required? Your determination. A firm determination is needed, and that you can get from neuro-linguistic programming. Don't smoke. This is what I say. Uh, well, see, smoking and drug addiction, it is your inner strength. How to develop your inner strength? I cannot say that you apply that model to quit smoking. I cannot say, and it is not possible. Even it is not practical. Then what is practical? What is important? Your inner strength. And how do you inculcate or develop your inner strength? Through your thinking process, through your belief, through knowing yourself. You know your limitations, you know your uh, bright side also, and then you come up. You know that a smoking is not, everywhere it is written it is injurious to health, it is not good for you. Then why you are, going for it? And for that, you have to control yourself in a big way. This controlling of passion, that you can learn from neurolinguistic programming. And there are number of methods. Which method is going to suit you, that is up to you. And that is why, it is a kind of practicality that you think and you apply. And if you have firm decision that no, I want to smoke, you will not. Maybe in the passage of time, you will leave it. Well, gender view of language. Well, again, it is literature. It has nothing to do very much with neurolinguistic, but yes, when you talk of soft skill, it is because while talking to, actually gender is a very broad area. So talking to a particular sect, you have to be careful enough, mentally, physically, both. What kind of word you are using, what kind of gesture you are posing, that is, of course, part of soft skill. That is very important. So gender view of language is, yes, part of soft skill, no doubt. Okay, I'll just check it. I'll check it. If it is there, I'm very sorry, and I'll check it. Maybe some error, maybe typographical error must be there, so I will do it. What is situated knowledge? What is the meaning of situated? Situated, that is already there. And when we develop belief, I mean, we try to place a new kind of impression on the, the situated already existed, the existing knowledge. I suppose that is situated knowledge. How can move from unconscious incompetence to conscious incompetence to unconscious competence, where in our we wherein we our unconscious incompetence is a blank spot for us. Again, this is the same thing that you have to realize, that where you have your limitation creating hindrance to do something or to create something. So one move from unconscious incompetence to conscious incompetence. This is the biggest thing, in the present age. If you are unable to know your quality or limitations, you are going to create a disaster. So, I mean, that is unconscious incompetence, and unconscious, incompetence and conscious incompetence. You know your limitations by thinking, by pointing out. Because you see, what I think, life is a kind of management. And you have to manage your life through your thinking process. So when you think and rethink about yourself, where you are at fault, where you are doing correct, what kind of work you are doing every day, you introspect. Introspection is very important, and that will take you to the right path, even from the blank spot. How can we realize when we don't know what we don't know. I mean, this is very easy. What you don't know, I mean, uh, there are so many things. I mean, if you ask me, is God there? Well, I don't know. I cannot say, yes, I know. I don't know. If you ask me my subject, I'll say, yes, I can answer you this. So, the thing for which you're not sure, how can you say that I know? And for which you can say, I don't know, you should know, right? Agora and Tantra? Well, the market value of this NLP is great. In USA, I was in California, and I found this course was very much popular, and I went there also. So even in India, you go to Bangalore, you will find this course is very much in fashion. So the market value of this course is very high, because most of the person, I mean, you will find confused. Why they are confused? Because n number of career, n number of things, n number of opportunities and challenges also. So through NLP, you can help people. Like why not? You can earn. It depends that how you, again, I said that it is a kind of management, that how you manage yourself, your lecture, your discussion, and what kind of student you are taking. It all depends, right? So I mean, it is a very good source of income also. And in England, they were practitioner, they were earning in millions. So it all depends that how you manage yourself. Well, your questions are also, I mean, Pratyush Sinha, your questions are also vague, sometimes shocking also. Agora and Tantra, and after magic. Language is magic. Your personality should have a magic. It should create a magic that is called charisma. Okay, you should have command over language that is going to create a charisma. That is magic. Your mind, your thought, your thinking, that is magic. Related to law of attraction. Huh. Law of attraction for what? Law of attraction, of course, yes. If you have a good personality, good language, competence, well, you can be, you can attract people. What is hypnosis? You attract so much that you feel unable to move here and there. You are totally surrendered to a particular person. That way, yes. Well, NLP to me is what NLP is: neuro-linguistic programming. So, I mean, for me, it is something, as I said, searching yourself, a quest for one's personality, a quest for one's identity, a quest for one's own self in the most challenging world, which we called postmodernistic world, where there is a value very difficult to define. This is what I can define NLP. The best place for research is that you may, work on cognitive aspect. You can work on linguistic aspect. You can work on behavioral aspect, personality aspect. So there are a number of topics. You can find out on website because there are people from Bangalore. Once I contacted, I'm just missing the name. So you can type NLP trainer, you will find the name. One is Rahman only. One Rahman is also asking me question, but one Rahman who is NLP trainer. So you can find out on website. Cognitive is what cognitive? Cognitive is mind. Cognitive is mind, your thought, your mental development. That is cognitive. Yeah, cognitive aspect, why not? Very important. This is a part of psychology, psycholinguistics, and neurolinguistic as well. So, cognitive aspect, the entire thing is based on cognitive only. So, when I talk of mental, that is cognitive. The cognitive aspect of research has immense scope when we talk of NLP Research Center. Well, what is the best place for research? Well, I don't understand best place. What do you mean by? Means India, abroad, or the area in uh, NLP? You may ask. You please make it clear. Cognitive aspect first in India. Yes, you can work. You can go for it. All depends. You know what kind of qualification you have. Uh, if you have qualification to pursue research, uh, like IIT is a place where you can start your project. Central universities are there. Then certain institutes in Delhi like EVAS where you can pursue your research related to cognitive science or cognitive area. Even in Bangalore also, where you will find, the speech therapy or, related some institution. You have to serve. You just go to website and try to find out a good institution, and you just see what is the criteria for getting this enrollment, right? Because research, what kind of research? A small project, big project, PhD, thesis, what kind of? Like some of these students here in IIT, they are pursuing a project under me or with me, with the term NLP. So we are just, it is empirical kind of a study. So we just consult students, we try to get the case, and then we discuss. So we are making a kind of data, and then analysis, data analysis, and using it as a record. Different person, different kind of problem, different kind of understanding. So it all depends at what kind of, you know research work you want to pursue. Uh, well, here in QIP also, I may start the training program. For that, you will get announcement because you see, this is the first time that I launched the course, and I'm very happy that I received good responses. So maybe I organize workshop or course here in quality improvement program, as well as under this I mean online courses also, whatever it is, but you will certainly get the information. Okay, so you are working in sociology. Well, what kind of research you are doing? What kind of? Because now the time is going to up. Okay, 1 minute only. So in 1 minute, I want to tell you all my best wishes. Keep learning, keep in touch. Whatever the limitations there in the course, I'll look into the matter, and you just try to explore. That is NLP. In explore and try to connect with the people who talk about neurolinguistic programming. Well, how knowledge is going to produce in scientific institution? Again, I mean, this is very ambiguous kind of question, vague question. Knowledge is going to produce, a scientific institution is full of knowledge. Any institution is producing knowledge because this is the institution where we teach, where we learn. That is how any institution produce knowledge. NLP is also a kind of a way to produce knowledge. So I say thank you very much to all of you for putting very interesting questions. Whatever confusion you have regarding assignment reappearing in the examination, you can put it on the discussion forum. And I wish that you join my course again and again. Thank you very much.